Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. For this week's reading, I'm using the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. And for those of you wondering about my foster kittens, I still have them. I thought for sure I would be taking them to the pet store this week, but the pet stores are all totally full of cats. So I still have them here, and they're in my main rec room. They're in the next room just running around going bananas. Okay, so the first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And here we have Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles is really all about multitasking. So you're going to be called on to perhaps juggle two main things, or more than two things, most likely, at the beginning of the week. And the secret to really making the most of this time is to kind of get in a sort of flow. So don't stress out too much about getting it all done. You just want to kind of get into a rhythm. It's kind of like a dance. It's almost like a performance in a way of juggling these two different things. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be super busy. It might. It might mean that you just have a lot going on and you have to juggle all that stuff. It could also mean that you will be called to do two very different things at the beginning of the week that will require you to kind of shift your energy in a way. So for example, like maybe you're going to be doing some kind of creative project where you're going to have to be really creative, and then maybe you're also having to take care of someone, or do something more kind of mundane and down to earth. So it's going to require you to sort of shift your focus and kind of shift the way that you're operating, and you're having to kind of juggle those two things. As you move into the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursday, here we have Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a card that can represent what I kind of describe as poverty thinking, or even just feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you need more. And sometimes this might be feeling like you don't have enough money or enough, resources. It might even feel like you don't have a sense of belonging or a sense of community, like you may not have enough family or friend connections, or it may even feel like you don't have enough of some other kind of resource. Like, I'm going to kind of go out on a limb here and say maybe you feel like you aren't creative enough, or you don't have enough energy in order to feel really alive and feel healthy. So it depicts a sort of mini crisis, and I say mini crisis because this is a minor arcana. This isn't, the Tower or the Devil or something like that. This is a minor arcana card. So pay attention and notice if you start to kind of fall into a bit of a funk, where you kind of start thinking kind of poverty thoughts, like, oh, I don't have enough of this, or I don't have enough of that, and just notice that. And I want to move on to the last card because I think it's going to kind of help make sense of this Five of Pentacles. Here we have Seven of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles, this card represents Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Seven of Pentacles is all about patience and watching something grow. So whenever we put our energy and time into something, whether that's a job or a project, or we're trying to build something, it could even be a relationship, it usually takes some time and some nurturing for that thing to grow into something that you can really be proud of. And sometimes that process between when you first start something and then, the time it takes for that thing to grow, sometimes that process can be kind of frustrating. And sometimes you may feel like things aren't progressing quickly enough, or you're not seeing results. And it's important to think of I always like the analogy of like a garden or a seed. You know, you plant a seed and then you water it and it takes sunshine and stuff like that for it to grow. But for a little while it's underground, and so you can't really see what's happening. And it looks like nothing is happening, and it can be easy to get depressed and think, oh, nothing is happening, but everything is happening underground, and it's about to, you know, burst forward and grow into something. So I want to tie all these cards together. I want to zoom out and look at these cards together. What's interesting is that they're all pentacles. And they're all kind of in order. Like we have 2, then we have 5, then we have 7. You know, it's not like 2 and then 1, etc. So that's interesting, and I think that indicates a certain progression. So I feel like a certain progression happens this week, and it's all pentacles. And so let's talk about the suit of pentacles. So the suit of pentacles, this suit is about the physical realm. So things like your body and the health of your body, and food, money, your home, the things around you, physical objects. All of these things are, you know, part of the physical realm, as opposed to, say, the spiritual realm or the mental realm or the emotional realm. And what's interesting is, well, it's interesting that these are all pentacle cards. I feel like the message here is that perhaps things like finances, our physical health, and even just our sense of groundedness and our connection to the planet and to the earth, these are all things to really focus on this week. These are things that really need our attention. And when we ignore them, that's when we start to experience stress. And that's when we start to experience, you know, lack of the things that we need. And we also start to experience kind of a frustration that, you know, things aren't manifesting as quickly as we'd like them to. So I feel like the message this week really is about getting grounded and connecting to the earth and connecting to your physical surroundings, and really asserting yourself in your physical environment, really taking ownership of your environment. So I do this by saging my living room and putting crystals around and certain things and bouquets of flowers, and I just feel like that really, I kind of put myself in my home by surrounding myself by things, with things that I really love. And so I feel like that's kind of one message of this week, but also that when we do this, when we're grounded, it's easy for us to juggle things. If you're not grounded, then it can be tricky. It can kind of knock you off course. And the more grounded you are, the better you're going to be able to deal with any kind of negative thinking around or worrying around money or even health this week. So the more grounded you are, the less that is going to throw you, and the quicker you're going to be able to find solutions to any kind of problems you might have. And then I feel like I already explained the Seven of Pentacles and the importance of kind of being patient. So that has been your weekly tarot card reading. So I hope you found this reading helpful. And please check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got all kinds of fun tarot exercises, tarot card spreads, deck reviews, all kinds of fun stuff to check out. So I'll put the link to my site in the description box below this video. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week, and thank you so much for watching.